Hello everybody, I'm Austin and today we're back playing some Standard here on Magic Arena. Edge of Eternities is officially out, which means that we have a brand new Standard set, a new rotation, a whole new format to build and brew around, and we're playing what I believe to be one of the best decks in the format after the rotation, which is Blue-White Artifacts. This deck did exist before the rotation. The key pieces are still around. You have United Battlefront, which is basically your collected company, but only for non-creature permanents. You have your Simulacrum Synthesizer, which makes you a bunch of construct tokens that get bigger and bigger as the game goes on. You have Repurposing Bay, which is basically your birthing pod, but instead of sacking creatures, you're sacking artifacts to go get whatever you need. So you can get exile removal, you can get your synthesizers, you can get whatever you need, and yeah, so that's the base deck. But Edge of Eternities also brought a couple of fun new tools for the deck. The most important one is Pinnacle Starcage, which we have all 4 copies of. If you remember Temporary Lockdown, which just rotated, it's basically that, but it's an artifact, which means it triggers your synthesizers and all that good stuff. So that's a really nice addition for this deck, for obvious reasons. You also get Cryogen Relic, which this deck was lacking in good 2-mana plays, and this just slots in perfectly. Cantrips when it comes in. You can use the ability to buy yourself some time by locking down a creature for an extra turn. It also has a nice little synergy with the Pinnacle Starcage, because if you play the Relic and then you exile it with Starcage, you still get to draw the card, because you get the card draw whether it's sacrificed or exiled. Some of you might be wondering why I'm playing Seam Rip instead of something like Glass Casket. You might be asking yourself, hey Austin, this is an artifact deck, why are you playing this enchantment? Well, a couple reasons. For one thing, you can still get it with the United Battlefront. Just a nice little cheap exile removal spell for the aggro decks. But if you read Pinnacle Starcage a little more carefully, you'll notice that unlike Temporary Lockdown from last Standard, it only exiles artifacts and creatures. Which means if you play a Seam Rip and then later in the game you play a Starcage, the Seam Rip will stick around because it does not exile enchantments. There were a lot of... I tried originally playing with Glass Casket because, it made sense in a deck like this, but there were a lot of feel-bad moments where you play the Casket and then not want to play your Starcage because then they'd get back whatever you exiled with the Glass Casket. So that did not feel good. Authority of the Consuls also slots into this deck for the same reason, because it is an enchantment. So if you play it on turn 1 to slow down aggro decks, and then play a Starcage, you still get to keep the Authority, which is really nice. And for the most part, our 2-mana artifacts, we don't care about losing them. The Clay-Fired Bricks and the Sawblades both, get your effect when they enter. You can craft them later, but for the most part, you don't mind losing them. The Irencrag is the only one that kind of a feel bad with the Starcage, but it's still a nice little ramp piece. Lets you cast your Battlefronts on turn 3. So we do want a couple copies. But other than that, the deck is pretty self-explanatory. The sideboard, we have another new addition, Tezzeret Cruel Captain, the 3-mana Planeswalker that I expect will see a lot of play in Eternal formats, in particular, like Legacy and Vintage. Not as powerful in Standard, but still really nice in slow grindy matchups, because it, if you get it to ult, which is actually, you can get it to ult pretty quickly in this deck because we're playing a lot of artifacts. You can just make one of your guys into a creature every turn and give control or mid-range decks a lot of headaches. We have a little package to go get with it with its minus. You can get Marketback Walker, some Graveyard Hate, the Reliquary. We are playing one Reliquary just for the Tezzeret, even though it's a bit of a nombo with the Starcage. But we're generally bringing in the Tezzeret package when we take out the Starcage anyway, for decks where we don't really care about exiling cheap things. So I think it should be fine. But yeah, there's something else I was going to say with this guy, but I don't remember what it is. And yeah, we're just going to play a couple ranked games, and see how they go. So let's hop into a queue. I'm also working on a mono green splash red and white landfall deck with the chocobos and the bristly bill and all that good stuff. So maybe I'll make another deck about that, or another video about that deck once I've kind of refined the list a little bit. Let's actually, before I get into this, I want to make sure I'm doing a best of 3. I think I didn't get that in right. Best of 3 ranked artifacts. Some versions of the list that I've seen are playing the Fire Crystal in the 4 mana slot, which is a red artifact that gives your creatures haste. I see the appeal because you can make giant constructs and swing at them on the same turn, but it feels a little bit win more to me because once you're at the point of the game where you're able to attack, you're generally doing pretty well anyway, so I'm going without. I'm going with the more sort of consistent package here. But I might experiment with it in the future. Got a nice little hand here. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. See what our opponent's up to. Lush Portico. Okay, keeping on top. My first guess would be that this is a Yuna deck, which is the self-mill artifact strategy. So far it looks to be the case. Yep. And he already has a very good artifact to get from the yard. Unfortunate. Let me think. You don't have many good ways to deal with Yuna in the main deck. We drew the Irencrag, which is actually pretty nice here. I'm going to play it. And then play the United Battlefront. Try to get our strategy going a little bit faster. There's an argument for playing the Synthesizer first and then Battlefront to get more value. But right now I think we need the speed because our opponent is off to a blistering start. They're going to be able to play Yuna next turn. Drew Starting Town. Go and play that. And let's Battlefront. Oh. Okay, Seam Rip does not hit either of his overlords. But double Simulacrum is really nice here. That's going to give us clock. And we might even be able to fight through Bahamut here. Sawblades doesn't do anything against Yuna. I'm actually going to bottom Synthesizer and try to find like a Repurposing Bay or something. Repurposing Bay would be an incredible draw because we could sack the Irencrag and go get Perilous Snare or something. And we already have another Synthesizer in our hand. Oh, and we get to scry more. Oh, look at that. Repurposing Bay. Beautiful. Let's see if Yuna's coming down. There she is. Just going to get Bahamut. Probably blow out the Synthesizer. That's fine. Okay, I need to think here. Question is, do I want to let him keep Bahamut because it's going to go away pretty soon anyway? Let's land. So my plan is to play the Bay, sacrifice the Irencrag to go get Perilous Snare. I'm just thinking, do I want to exile the Bahamut or the Yuna? I mean, the obvious one's the Bahamut because he doesn't have anything to get with the Yuna right now, but he could easily mill himself again. But I think at this point I just have to go kind of aggro here. Sack the Irencrag. Go and grab Perilous Snare. Exile Bahamut. And attack for 14. Now we need to cross our fingers that he can't do anything nutty with Yuna this turn. Honestly, even if he can, we might be in really good shape here. Destroy non-lane permanent. Alright, so he gets Bahamut back. Kind of rough. We might be able to fight through this, though, honestly. We can play the Clayfire Bricks, go get another Perilous Vault, Perilous whatever, for the Bahamut. That might be game over, yeah. Let's play the... Let me make sure I have enough. He has 2 blockers, yeah. So this should do it. Plains. Sack the bricks. Crazy game already. Let's get things started. by a Bahamut. Attack for lethal. Cool. Okay, against him, we definitely want Ghost Vacuum, Soul Guide Lantern. We want the Tezzeret package. And probably Dusk Rose. I'm going to cut all the Starcages. The only thing I think it hits in his deck is Dredger's Insight, which I don't really care about. There's an argument for Authority of the Consuls, but don't think we need it. 3 steps ahead, I could see wanting. It's the one way we can interact with Yuna at instant speed. Seam Rip, I don't think does anything either against him. I could cut a Sawblades. I don't hate Sawblades, but do I want the Marketback Walker is the question, or the Aetherspark? Aetherspark is interesting because you can fetch it with Repurposing Bay. It doesn't do a lot it's pretty much just for control is the thing. Don't know if I want it in this matchup. But I'll bring in the Marketback. I'll cut 1 Sawblades. I'll leave 1 copy in so I can just have the 1 of for the Repurposing Bay. Probably not super necessary though. And I have to cut 1 more card. Yeah, I don't think I need Marketback Walker. I'm gonna just cut that. I mean, there's an argument just because he's going to be blowing up my synthesizers a lot, just to have an extra win con and way to dig for more, but I'm on the draw. I'll probably bring him in on the play, depending on what he shows us. It's kind of slow do-nothing hand, but I'm going to keep it. Let's scry. Floodfarm Verge. I don't want to bottom that. It's risky because I only have 3 lands right now. But I'm looking for some action. I'm looking for synthesizers and United Battlefronts. His hand is so do-nothing right now. There's Insight. Pretty good hit for him. Ooh, Tezzeret, not bad. Let's play a tap land and pass. The unfortunate thing is he can play land Overlord. We can Tezzeret and go get a Ghost Vacuum, but we won't be able to play it this turn because so we won't be able to stop Yuna, unfortunately. But we can play it next turn and Perilous Snare the Yuna, so I can drop Perilous Snare right now, doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm just going to drop Tezzeret. Go get the Ghost Vacuum. Yeah, I'd rather have that than Soul Guide, because Soul Guide's only one-time use. Okay, no Yuna. That is very good news for me. Elf I don't care about. Overlord, mildly annoying. Ugin? Oh dear. Ugin's pretty powerful. I do wish Pithing Needle was legal in this format. I don't believe it is. Thousand Moon Smithy is an interesting draw. Do I want to play it is the question. Probably not. I just want to Ghost Vacuum and make sure that Yuna doesn't wreck my you-know-what. I kind of want to Auracite into... I can Auracite, hit the land or elves so he can't Ugin next turn if he has a land. And I can also Vacuum because it taps for mana right away. And I can even Tezzeret again if I want to. I probably don't, though. Let's grab the Plains. Auracite. This all happens. Feels kind of weird hitting the Anduin Elves, but I think it makes sense. we can actually do something interesting here. Ghost Vacuum. I'm going to hit something right away. I'm going to hit the Awaken whatever, and then untap the Ghost Vacuum right away. Pass turn. So that way Yuna will not be able to do anything to me. Okay, that's fine. Does mean he has Ugin online next turn. Let's exile something. Doesn't really matter. Banishing Light. Clay-fired bricks. We can get a land. I think I just want to play Thousand Moon Smithy. Play this. I'll go get my. I'll use Tezzeret, I think, to go get my Soul Guide Lantern, because there is a good chance that I lose my Tezzeret to an attack here. If he can't Ugin my creature, so that's good. So we have Perilous Snare for the Ugin when it comes down, but he'll still get to eat something. We're doing okay here, honestly. There's Ugin. Does he go for the Smithy? Probably. It's the only thing he can really get that's of any value. Yep. And he'll get to draw a card. Yep. He's gonna attack. I'm gonna chump block. Maybe there's an argument for letting Tezzeret die, but I don't think so. I can get some more value out of him. Let's exile. Vanishing Light. Okay, land, not a bad draw. I can Repurposing Bay to go get Perilous Snare and play Soul Guide Lantern. I'm gonna lose my Tezzeret, but I think I'm okay with that. I have 7 mana total to me this turn. I could also... no, there's no use in doing that. Let's play the Snare. Let's go get Perilous Snare. Get rid of Ugin. Very close to ultimating. Actually, I can ultimate Tezzeret right now, can't I? Let's play Soul Guide. Yeah, this is powerful. Let's get rid of Summon. Yep. Let's play Dusk Rose, sacrificing... What do I sacrifice? I guess the Repurposing Bay, because I have another one in my hand. I'll hit the Overlord. I'll ultimate my Tezzeret. Let's put it on the Soul Guide Lantern, I guess. Pass the turn. It's a very strange game we're playing here. I'm going to take a hit from the Overlord. Plays an Overlord. So we both have value going here. Summon Fenrir, it's fine. Let's exile something. Start exiling overlords. Okay, not a bad draw. Let's play Relic. This is probably the point where we want to start getting simulacrums into play. Oh, there's one. Look at that. Fortunately, out of blue mana. I think I'm just going to Repurposing Bay. No, I'm going to Simulacrum. Let me think. I can pop his Restless Cottage. Let's do that. We'll get another blue source for future reference. Doing it in this order because Fomori Vault. I don't think I want that. Let's go ahead and put counters on the Soul Guide. Pass the turn. So you can play Yuna, which does give his guys lifelink and death touch, but it does not. We'll be able to stop whatever he tries to get back. What does this do? Return target, blah blah blah. Graveyard to the battlefield. So we'll stop whatever he tries to get back. He's reading Ghost Vacuum as we speak. Will not let that resolve. Yuna is fine. So the awkward thing here is, okay, they don't have Death Touch, right? Trample, Lifelink, Ward. Okay, so I can just block the Baelmerk, take 9. And then when the Yuna triggers, I can just sack the Soul Guide now. Gets to gain some more life. Okay, now we got to be careful here because we're starting to take quite a bit of damage. How much mana do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can Repurposing Bay. I can Repurposing Bay, activate it, and use my Cryogen Relic. Or I can just Perilous Snare. There's a lot going on this turn. I think I just Perilous Snare. And I hit this guy. I have to. Or do I hit Yuna? I have to hit this guy. Then we scry. Don't want that. We can Repurposing Bay. Or Yeah, we just have to Repurposing Bay. There's a chance we're dead here. We're 1 mana short. We'll activate the Cryogen Relic, I think. Yep. No attacks. That goes away. We're close to turning the corner, but I don't think we might just not have enough time here. Everyone's coming in. Okay. Kind of curious. Ooh, he gets a Bahamut. That's bad. Okay, we're gonna block Yuna. We're gonna block this, and we're gonna chump. Irencrag, honestly, not a terrible draw because that lets us get another, whatchamacallit? Oh, he gets Ugin back. That's pretty bad, too. Yep. Honestly, not the end of the world, though. We can attack it down, most likely. This is a crazy game. Elf, sure. Elf, okay. Chump blockers. Pretty rude. Let's exile something. Overlord. Just giving him more life with the Dredger's Insights. Oh, he's conceding. That is not what I expected. I think I was still going to lose that game, but it was going to go on for a little while. Maybe he just didn't want to sit through it. I guess that's one advantage of playing a deck like this. It's very annoying to play against, so hard to blame him, but I definitely think that they were in the driver's seat. Maybe they just didn't want to sit through the rest of that game and a game 3 afterwards. Understandable, I suppose. On the draw here, got a nice little hand. If my opponent's playing control, I'm less enthused with this hand. Cryogen I'll keep. Mistrise Village. What deck plays that? I don't know. Well, let's play Relic, I think. No. Bricks. This guarantees I'll have untapped 3 and 4 mana. Even though I'll probably just Relic and tap land here. Oh, blue-black. Some kind of control, it looks like. Okay, in this case, I think I go Relic into Relic. Or Irencrag into Relic, rather. I'm fine with this getting countered. Yeah, that's more than fine with me. It's one less counter for the Battlefront. Although it probably signals that he has another one, but that's okay. Ooh, Fountainport, also not a bad draw. I don't want to get Enduring Curiosity, so I am just going to jam this Battlefront. Even though it's probably getting countered. Yep, it's fine. Also means he doesn't get to 5 mana to do the double draw cards on top of it. Let's play Relic. Alright, we're kind of set up for a long game here. Let's scry. Starcage, we do not want. Pass the turn. A couple turns away from activating our clay-fired bricks. Yep, stock up pretty good. Still curious about this Mistrise village. I mean, I guess it's value in a long game, but having the tap land is pretty risky unless you're trying to like do some combo thing. I know like the old Omniscience decks used to use it. Okay, let's go ahead and pop our relic. Irencrag, not terrible. Let's play it first. If he wants to counter it, that is A-okay with me. It's Meticulous. Another clay-fired bricks. That's interesting. It does give us guys, but I think I can do better. Let's just pass. Hold up our Fountainport. I have seen some blue-black lists that are like the mill is like their win condition. There's like the 6 mana card that mills equal to life total or something. Maybe that's a blue-white card. Anyway, let's make a fish. And then they play the cheap artifact, whatever it's called. I'm just going to activate my clay-fired bricks. We'll eat a Pinnacle Starcage, or no, we'll eat an Irencrag from the yard. See what they want to do. Can't attack, unfortunately, at the moment because of the Restless Reef. But we can drop Braided Net next turn. Okay. Land pass. Okay. River Regent, mildly annoying card, but not too terrible for us. Shoot the Sheriff. Yeah, that's the thing with these decks is game one they're loaded up with like spot removal, which is just terrible against us, which is one of the reasons why I think this deck is very well positioned right now. Strategic Betrayal does nothing against me. Alright, he's up to 8 mana. Okay, that card's pretty annoying against me, but luckily my hand isn't like amazing, so Perilous Snare, interesting. They have nothing to hit with it right now, but maybe they're planning on dropping like an Ugin or something. Yep, that's the card I was thinking of. Ooh, oh my god, that was an amazing draw. How many cards do I have left in my library? 20? Okay. Do I want Relic? I mean, I don't hate Relic, but the thing is, my library is getting so low, I don't think I can afford to cantrip too much more right now. Let's just play Braided Net in a tap land. Yep, there it is. And that's GG, I think. Because they exhaust it, and my graveyard's bigger than my library. Okay, GG. Now we get to pretty much bring in our entire sideboard. All these goodies. Not the Ghost Vacuum this time. Bring in all these. Not these. Take out... I'll leave one Starcage because it does hit the Monument. Don't need Seam Rip. Don't need Sawblades. What do I want? I'll go down to one net. I don't mind leaving one because the flip side of Braided Net is actually nice in control. Draws you a bunch of cards. Don't want to go too low on my... Let's just cut all the Starcages. Screw it. I'll cut one snare. Still leaving in a good number so I can play some multiples, but they just don't play enough permanents to exile. We will play. We'll keep this. Not a bad hand. Let's look for some lands. Oh, do I want Irencrag? Oh, that's very tempting. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. Guarantees I can drop a 3-drop at least on turn 2. Pass. Let's try for Synthesizer, I think, first. Okay. Harassing me. Probably taking Tezzeret. Awkward. Of course, we drew our one Irencrag, which is the one dead card, because unfortunately it is legendary. We only play 2 copies for that reason, but we still managed to find both. Okay, cool, land. I think I just play Aetherspark. He does not negate, he does not. Plus, submit 0. I might just want to cash in the Aetherspark right away here. Just gonna look at my hand again. It's fine. I'm gonna get to draw a card either way. Okay, it's fine by me. Definitely just gonna cash this in right away. Ugh, gross. Play Relic. Has Ward. We'll just play. Thin my deck a little bit, I guess. Grab an Island. Need to find like a Repurposing Bay or something here. Gearhulk's gonna hit me, but I get to tap it down with the Relic end of turn and cantrip. Look at that. Also not a bad draw. Let's... I kind of want to play the Snare first to bait out a removal or a counterspell so that I can then drop the Repurposing Bay. Yeah, I don't hate that. Okay, it resolves. Also fine by me. And we'll just pass turn. Okay. If he plays a River Regent, bounces my... well, it's fine. Not dangerous yet, but it will be soon. Ooh, Tezzeret, not bad. And I have a perfect amount of mana here to do multiple things. Let's start with Tezzeret. I actually don't have enough mana to do everything I want here. But I'll still play Tezzeret. See if it resolves. Actually, this still kind of works because I can untap the Irencrag if it resolves. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that. I could also play the Repurposing Bay first, but if he has instant speed removal for the Tezzeret, that's real bad value. Okay, it resolves. Let's go get a Simulacrum. Mill me first, sensible. I could get my last snare just to ensure no shenanigans, but I have another one in my hand. I think I'm just gonna Simulacrum here. We gotta get some pressure going here. Don't need those. Don't really care if Tezzeret dies or not, honestly. I mean, I care a little bit. It's his ultimate could be nice here, but mostly I just need to get my Repurposing Bay online. Start churning out dudes. Meringue's coming down. He can bounce my Perilous Snare. I don't think this is too terrible for me. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, how much mana do I have here? 7, potentially 8. That's enough to do several things here. Let's go Irencrag. Oh, he's playing... he must have a null if he has mana up. That's annoying. But mana... oh, okay. Curious. Battlefront's good. Let's leave that on top. And do I play Perilous Snare or do I sack the Irencrag? I think I sack Iron... what does he have 1 mana up for? I guess it could be Into the Floodmaw. Oh, duh, he has the Monument. What am I saying? Yeah, so no. Because he could... yeah, no. I'm going to play Perilous Snare. Use my mana efficiently. He doesn't have a null. Get rid of the... actually, might just get rid of the Monument. No. No, no, no. The one thing I wish was legal and standard... oh, I do lose my United Battlefront. That's true. The other argument against doing that is if he plays the board wipe thing that mills me, he might mill my last Perilous Snare. which means I won't be able to get rid of the monument. Okay. Oh, that's kind of rough. You can bounce Perilous Snare and then, yeah. Pretty rude. Let's see what he takes. Probably Simulacrum, yep. That's not a terrible draw. Let me make sure I still have basics in my deck. Yeah, I have plenty. How much mana am I working with here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Potentially 10 with the Auracite. I can play Auracite, Snare, Snare, or I can play Auracite, Smithy, and hold the snares. Or I can play Smithy, Snare, that's it. Don't love any of my options here, but I think I just need to get some of his dudes gone. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Resolves. Snare. And snare. Next turn we can Tezzeret Smithy. We still have the Repurposing Bay that we can use. Can't forget that. Alright. Goodbye, Smithy. Kicked. Consult the star charts. Okay. That card has impressed me quite a lot. Just seeing it played against me. I haven't got the chance to play with it myself, but it fits into a lot of decks. Okay. That's not a bad draw. Let's start with Tezzeret. Tapping 1, 2, 3. If he gets countered, I actually don't care. Yep, works for me. Because I top deck like a champ. Scry doesn't really mean anything because I'm just gonna. I don't have a relic, right? I don't. So this doesn't matter. Sack the Irencrag. Get another Simulacrum. Don't need lands. Okay. Does he have the stupid thing? Not yet. Relic, not a bad draw. Do I still have a Simulacrum in my deck? There's 1, 2, I don't. But I have another 3 mana somewhere, surely. If he's holding on to that thing, then that's probably GG, but do this and this. I could draw a counter spell, I guess. Alright, Repurposing Bay and play. I could actually This might save me, because I can maybe find a Negate on top of my deck. Yep, not counting on that. Okay, so I have to activate this. Hopefully there's a Negate in my deck still. There's not, so that's GG. I'll let him play it out. Alright, GG. But those games felt winnable. I don't know if I misplayed or if it's just a kind of rough matchup. Usually Control I can grind them out, but not when they just have a 2-card combo like that. It's kind of rough. But we'll go again. And again, like I was saying, the one card that I really wish was standard legal was Pithing Needle, which I can double check again right now, but I'm pretty sure rotated out. Probably by design, because they knew that you could fetch it with Tezzeret. But that would be really nice to be able to go get that and name their monument. Okay, this hand, we're on the draw, so we could take a risk and keep this, but not worth the risk. This is much better. I'm actually going to dump the Seam Rip, because we do have the Starcage and the Spring-Loaded. If he's not playing an aggressive deck, then this hand is already overloaded with do-nothing cards anyway. Oh, we're up against the blue-red Ornithopter or Vivi Ornithere deck, it looks like. Scry. Ooh, Clayfire Bricks is actually pretty good. That gets me my second white source for the Starcage. Show off, okay. Yep. Alright, he's getting aggro. Uh-huh. 8 currently, potentially more. 11. Alright, well, I'm alive still. Hopefully his follow-up isn't too powerful. Up. Yep, pretty good. Let's think. I can play Relic and hold up Sawblades, but if he doesn't attack, that's pretty poor use of my turn. So I think I want to try to get something going with Synthesizer here. Leaving him a window, but I don't think he has that many haste guys. Like Swift Spear rotated out, I think. Let me double check that. Yeah, Swift Spear is no longer in standard. So it's pretty much just the, whatever it's called, 2-drop guy. There's Vivi. Oh, he does play Wild Ride, though, I think. So maybe this is bad. Oh my god, he just passed. Wow, that gives me an opening, huh? Okay. How do I get rid of Vivi, is the question. I can play Repurposing Bay. I can play Relic, but if I don't find anything with Relic, it's GG. I think I just have to play the Repurposing Bay, sack the Synthesizer, and go get the White Auracite. play main deck counters? I don't think so, but oh, they could be playing like he's splashing green for like Snake Skin Veil or whatever it's called. Yeah, we just gotta go for it here. Might be dead, but we'll see. Oh, that's good, okay. Not dead. That's good. Good game, he says. Maybe we are dead now. Okay, yeah. Damn. Close one. Crash through. Sleight of hand. Okie dokie. Yeah, good game. Okay. We do want... I don't think we want our Tezzerets. The thing is, I don't think this is the version of the deck that plays Agatha's Soul Cauldron. That's the one that plays like Marauding Mako and Fear of Missing Out and that kind of thing, so I don't think we need our graveyard package. Don't need Aetherspark. Do I want Negates? I think I'll try it on the play. Do I want Dusk Rose Reliquary? I probably want Authority of the Consuls too. I'm not going to bring in the Reliquary. It's pretty bad in combination with the Starcage for mentions I've brought up before. Got one Irencrag. One Repurposing Bay. What else? What else? I don't know if I'm going to have time for Thousand to Smithy, but I'm on the play. I'm going to cut it. Don't know if that's correct or not. Braided Net is good, I think. Do I just cut both the Irencrags? That can't be right. Clayfire is still good. I don't know. Everything feels wrong to cut, but we gotta cut something, so. I just think we're gonna be Starcaging so often that Irencrags are not gonna stick around for long enough to matter. This hand is poo-poo. This is better. What do I put back is the question. I think Negate, because I want everything else. Snare, I can stay. Let's play the console. Okay. Simulacrum. Probably keep a land and bottom the other. Next turn I can Simulacrum Seam Rip. Seems pretty good. Or Snare Seam Rip if I have to. Yep, it's fine. Yeah, I'm not sure why he's forecasting those because, or plotting them because they're all going to come in tapped anyway. Let's play another Simulacrum. Battlefront, that's pretty nice. And we'll Seam Rip. Definitely blocking. Question is, do I get greedy in Battlefront, or do I just snare and guarantee that the Vivi's gone? Pretty easy decision. That show off is nowhere near killing us at the moment. With only 3 cards in hand. I do have to be mindful of Into the Floodmaw, which can get him back whatever we got under a Perilous Snare or Seam Rip at a moment's notice. But the authority of the Consuls means that it's going to be hard for him to combo us off in 1 turn. Okay. Sensible, he's splashing green specifically for this kind of matchup. Yep. Ooh. So the problem with Sawblades, it can kill Vivi, but only if he doesn't have an instant in hand, because he can just play it and grow the Vivi. I think I'll just Battlefront pre-combat. There's an argument for post-combat so that I can, if I find a Starcage, I can still get the damage in from the tokens first, but... Okay, cool. Okay, this actually works out perfectly. I can get both of his creatures gone. This hits Vivi, this hits Show Off. Probably GG. Yep, it's a little late for stock up. He would have to have some crazy Vivi turn here to claw his way back into this. Which I guess is possible if he has, like, Into the Floodmaw, Wild Ride, into a bunch of cantrips, I don't know. Vivi is a scary card. I would be shocked if it doesn't get banned in the next year, I'm gonna be honest. Yep, okay, step 1. Oh, okay, he's just dead. Cool. Phew. Alright, well, that's a scary deck to play against. I probably do want my Dusk Rose, even though it has the Nombo with the Starcage. It's just we need as much interaction as possible. I'll bring in Split Up. Probably don't have time for Negate. I'll cut one more Repurposing Bay because that's also pretty slow in this matchup. Yeah, I still think the Smithy is just a little too slow, especially if we're bringing out some number of Repurposing Bays. Okay, what do we have? This is a very nice looking hand. Ooh, it gets even better. Starting town, I don't need. I have enough lands. I need to find like a United Battlefront or a Simulacrum to get this hand really going. Interesting. He's not. The one time I think it's beneficial for him to plot it, he chooses not to. So now I'm just going to kill that right away. Wild Ride? Okay. I think I'm fine with this. What else? Is he shocked? Confusion? Am I missing something? Wait, no, he didn't play that Shockland this turn. He played it last turn, didn't he? What is he holding mana for? Is there a 1 mana destroy artifact effect I'm not thinking of? Braided Net is not a bad draw. I can just play it here. Pass. Hopefully it plays something else that I can hit with the Starcage. If he plays Vivi, it actually doesn't do too much this turn, so that would be ideal because I could hit it with Split Up next turn. Okay. Play the Otter maybe. Until your next end step. I don't really want to take too much more damage. Let's just tap. Otter's fine. We are just going to this and Pinnacle Starcage. Pass the turn. Stock up. Yep. Okay, so we've survived the initial assault. Now we have to win the long, grindy game. Seam Rip, not a bad draw. Probably just want to hit that, honestly, so he doesn't get any more value. Let's play Bricks. Oh, he has Into the Flood Maw. Okay. So I have to be careful of that in the future. So if he plays a Vivi, I want to kill it with Split Up, not with one of my exile effects, because I don't want him to get the Vivi back. Druid's fine. There's 4 cards. I'm pretty sure none of them are lands. Yep, none of them are lands, which means his hand is full of gas. Oh, that's a good draw. What do I want to do with it, though? Repurpose, sack the bricks to go get Simulacrum? Probably. I could sack the Starcage. Oh, that's kind of fun. I'm not going to do it this turn, but Starcage plus Braided Net means I can get back my Sawblades and kill something with it. But I don't want to get the Auracite right now, so I'm just going to play this. Still has 1 mana up. I'm trying to think what effect he has for 1 mana. Could just be like a Burst Lightning, I guess. We'll grab Simulacrum. Don't want those. I'm not going to play the Reliquary right now. Come on, just play Vivi. Okay. Shock, interesting. He's deciding what to kill, probably with a artifact destruction effect. Or enchantment, I suppose. Let's go ahead and tap. Oh, he is playing Snakeskin Veil. Okay, fair enough. Not the end of the world. Another Repurposing Bay is a pretty good draw, actually. I can sacrifice... I could sacrifice Starcage, but that's really risky now because his Questing Druid is... Any spell gets his Questing Druid out of range. Let's play Repurposing Bay. Could have Negate in hand, I suppose. Let's go ahead and... I think we're sacrificing one of the Repurposing Bays to go get the Auracite. I don't want to sack Braided Net just yet. I can sack it next turn, potentially. Could have another Snakeskin Veil, but at this point it's not too devastating. Now we're in a position where he has to commit to the board. Yep, that's fine. Not a big deal. We will pass turn. Not going to play the Reliquary, obviously. It doesn't do anything at the moment. Oh, I'd love to see that. I do not care about losing one of my guys. Before he resolves that, I'm going to go ahead and tap this in case he finds another Snakeskin Veil. And I don't think he can play anything to kill me this turn immediately. Oh, that was a good draw. I have to think about how I'm going to play this. Let's start with Reliquary, I think. See if it resolves. Sacrificing Braided Net. Or sacrificing Auracite, actually. Because it doesn't do anything else for me. I mean, it makes mana in the future, but I don't think mana is going to matter this game. Okay, resolves. Good. Let's play bricks. Last plains. Play it. Sack the bricks. Question is, do I get Simulacrum or do I get Braided Net? Probably Braided Net, just to make sure nothing crazy happens with like a haste creature, especially with that Wild Ride just hanging out. I'm a little afraid. No need to overextend too much here. I can also craft this, I guess. Ooh, that's actually pretty good because I can craft and get another Simulacrum trigger. Let's eat the Clifford bricks. Because the backside still has CMC 3. Alright, and we'll attack for 9. Yeah, if he starts spending his removal on my creatures, it's pretty much GG. The only way he gets back into this is some combo of like end of turn, bounce one of my exile effects, and then untap and give everything haste and win, but it doesn't seem to be the case right now. Otter token, feel free. Crash through is fine. Just trample, right? Not haste. Tap your guy. Oh, look at that. Another Simulacrum. Might as well. Ooh. Keep Battlefront. I'll keep the Starcage underneath it just in case. No, I don't think I need it, to be honest. Gonna go to combat. Has to kill one. Yep, it's fine. Only has one card in hand. Last turn. I could have Repurposing Bay something, but I don't think I need to. Okay. I don't think that does it here. Yeah, so in response, I tap the Vivi, so we can't use the mana ability. And that should do it. Guy and attack. Yeah, these games have been super grindy, but I guess that's what you're signing up for with this deck. I am actually going to call it there. We only played 3 matches, but we actually saw a pretty good subsection of the metagame there. We played against arguably the top dock of the format with Vivi. We played against the control deck and against I'm already blanking on what we played first, but 2-1 record. I'm pretty happy with that. Let me pull up the deck again really quick so you guys can see it for yourself. Very happy with it. I don't think I'm going to make too many changes to it right now. Again, there's an argument where you might want to play the Fire Crystal. Let me pull it up just so you guys can see it. This guy. Don't really see the appeal in it, honestly. Obviously, in a game like that, there are times when it can just win you the game on the spot, but I think it might just be win more, and drawing it when you don't have any red sources besides starting town. I guess you can make treasure tokens with Fountainport or whatever, but I don't see the need for this. I'd rather just play something like this, which gives you more inevitability. But yeah, really fun deck. Definitely recommend trying it out for yourself. And maybe next week we'll bring you the Landfall deck and see if we can get some fun wins in with that. So thanks for watching.